Your mind controls absolutely everything. Everything. And I actually came to this conclusion not very long ago. Literally like a few days ago. And even before that, I knew that mindset, and everything, just how you look at life could change. But really, your mind is like, it's literally your world, your own world. And there are like 8 billion people on this earth, which is 8 billion different worlds. 8 billion different worlds. And no one is the same. And when I think about it, it's pretty bizarre. That is pretty bizarre to think about. But what I want to say is your mind, it controls your entire world and your entire outlook on the world. For instance, there are people in some of the most insane situations, or people who don't have much at all, that are poor in more poor areas in life, and they're still able to have a smile on their face. They're still able to smile and be thankful for life and thrive. And it's all about their mindset, of course, and how they see the world. While there are people who have it all, everything they could imagine, but they don't see the world in a very happy light. It's really about your mindset. Your mind literally controls everything. Someone may see one thing as a positive thing, and then another person will see that same thing and see it as something negative, which is kind of how our world is split, with these mindsets. And it's like once you really like hone in on yourself and on your mind, your world changes, and it could be in a negative or a positive way. You really got to take care of your mind. Like your mind is like a garden of ideas and perceptions and so much more, and it's a very powerful thing. A very, very powerful thing. And one thing I find so interesting is, just how different I am from just a year ago. Just my mindset and who I was as a person and how I saw myself. It really took a mindset shift. Like your mind, it really controls every single thing. Every single thing you do, how you see the world. And everything. It controls absolutely everything. It controls what you do, what you believe in, everything. And if you can just, mess with the cogs a little bit that are twisting and turning inside of your head, you can really change your life and your life path and how you see the world. I used to see the world in a lot more negative now, a more negative light, and now even though, there are a lot of negative things being thrown my way. And what I mean by that is, you just see negativity everywhere now, especially when you're on your device. I still try to see the positives and the good in the world, and I will continue to do that, you know? And that has really helped me as a person. It has helped me believe and continue to go, and it has helped me accomplish things I've never thought I would accomplish. It's all about that mind. When you see something negative and you continue to indulge in it and indulge and harness that energy, it's going to maintain itself. And then it's going to keep looping over and over again. And then before you know it, you're just going to see life so negative. While someone else, you know, they'll look past the negative energy and they'll look in the good. And they'll keep harnessing that good energy. And it'll keep looping in their lives. And they'll see life in a positive light. And that'll bring so many more things to them, you know? Mindset is everything. And our minds are so powerful, you know? In this world we got people thinking that external things are what makes us happy, and that external things is what's going to change our life, when it's your brain, and how you see the world and how you smile and laugh and talk to people. That it's you. Like I said, there are people out here who have nothing, who don't even have family or anything like that, you know? And they're still able to smile and give love to the world. And they still see the positive in the world and everything. And even in the midst of hate, they smile and continue to go on. You know? And there are people out there who went through some of the most traumatic things you can't even imagine going through, things I can't even imagine going through. But they're still able to persist in life, you know? One thing I changed about my mind is I stopped seeing things on, I don't like to see things on a competitive field, because that is the world we live in. It's like competition, you know? You compete for jobs, salaries, and people, everything. I don't like to see the world like that. I always tell myself I'm not competing. I am not competing with anyone. You know, I'm really competing with myself. You're really competing with yourself in this world. And if you're able to change your mindset and how you see the world, it will change your world. Because everyone has their own world, their own worldview, and no worldview is the same. There are 8 billion people in this world living and walking and talking, and, well, not everyone, but 8 billion people living, and everyone has a whole different view of the world. And your view could change just like that. If you were to get in a crash, or you had, or a disease, you know, or you meet someone, you know, like your life changes every day. You're learning, you're taking in things, and your life is changing and moving every day, even if it doesn't look like it. I mean, one thing that changes every day is the day. Every day you're getting older. You're your own world. And you literally get to be the one in charge. Seriously. You are literally the one in charge of your world. And it doesn't matter what they think at all. Everyone has their own little world in their head. And it's like, whoa, when you think about it. Like, imagine going to an airport and just being surrounded by people. Every one of those people have their own brain, their own personalities, their own mindsets, everything. They see the world differently. Some points they may see on the same, but no world is the same. Literally, we're all walking stories and no story is the same. Even your siblings, if you have siblings, if you have siblings, they see the world differently from you, even if you've seen them for every single day of your life. They still have different stories to tell and how they see the world. It's all about that mind. It's your brain, your universe in your head, and you get to control it. And it may be scary at first, especially when you have a new idea and you're thinking about it. And then, and this is how our brains have been programmed to think towards the negative and stuff. I mean, but that's been programmed in us for hundreds and hundreds of years. You know, Homo sapiens, they were, you know, they had to live on survival mode for their entire lives, looking for food and shelter and making sure to stay away from people, not people, but other creatures that may have preyed on them. And, we've been living, that's how our brains are programmed. They've been programmed like that for years. And, it's, you gotta keep going with the punches and reprogram yourself. Or, the thing is, I don't think negative thoughts, I'm not saying, I don't know, maybe they could all go away. But with my experiences, when negative thoughts come, I just push them out the way and I keep going at the thing. I use it as a sign saying to me that this is what you should do. Go at it. Unless it's something I know I shouldn't be doing, okay? Okay, but if it's something it could positively impact your life and would just be the world to you, go for it. It's your world, and don't let some other world try to control your world, okay? I just really need you to understand, and you probably already know this, but your mind controls absolutely every single thing in your world. Every single thing. Everything. What you do in the morning, when you wake up, what passions you have, everything. And that's the cool part about it all. We live in a world with a lot of different worlds, and different ideas and things, and it's so cool. It really is. You have your own world and you're in charge of it. Your mind controls absolutely everything. And take charge of it. Don't let the external things take charge of your mind. Your mind. That's all I wanted to say.